Boss told me today that even though my work was the best in the whole department, he couldn't give me a raise because of my voice. And I didn't know what to say. I got really overwhelmed. There are dogs fighting in the hallway. I got really overwhelmed because I can't do anything about it. I went to see a therapist and we tried to work on it, but I couldn't talk in a lower voice. When I did, my vocal cords rubbed together and I just couldn't sustain it. So I could talk really low for a while, but then I just went back to my natural register, and my boss said that no one could take me seriously with a voice like this, even though my work is really, really good. And I just don't think that's fair. I don't think it's right. I think that's discrimination because I can't help it that I talk like this. You should have heard me when I was 3. I talked even higher because I was younger. And my parents, they sent me to a speech coach, a speech teacher, I guess. But I couldn't talk lower. I tried, but it just didn't work. And so now he gave the promotion to Sally Peters, and her work isn't even as close to as good as my work. And I really like my boss. He's smart and he's funny and he's kind. He's actually pretty good looking too. But well, I think I'm gonna have to talk to him tomorrow and tell him that it's discrimination to pass me over because of my voice. Because, I mean, it's not like a racial discrimination or it's not like I'm handicapped or something, but I can't help my voice. It's always been like this, always. And people always think that I'm putting it on. I've had people tell me, oh, come on, you don't really talk like that. And I do. I've always talked like this, and it's embarrassing when someone says that because I have tried to change it. I went to a coach, but I don't know. My coach said that my vocal cords, well, I had a scan done by my doctor, and my vocal cords are actually shorter than most people's vocal cords. So, they think that's part of it, is that it's actually a physiological aspect of my body. But you don't understand what it's like to go through life with this voice, because it doesn't exactly go with what I look like. And so people are always surprised when I open my mouth to speak. And I wish I could say that they were pleasantly surprised, but it doesn't tend to be that way. No, it tends to be that they're shocked and, I would say, dismayed. And they often think that I'm not as smart as I am because of my voice. It doesn't preclude my intelligence having a voice like this. It's just a part of who I am. And it's actually really funny because my boyfriend Marcus has a really deep voice. So when we get together, we sound very funny together. People, well, they hear me and then they hear Marcus. It's kind of like a really tall person with a really short person. Seems mismatched somehow, right? But Marcus, he understands because people, his voice is so deep that people, well, they often ask him if he tried to train it that way, but it's a little too deep, so they're a little disturbed and they think maybe he should talk a little higher, but that's just the way that he speaks, always. But I think people find it easier to listen to him than they do to me. But that's okay, because he likes to listen to me. He says that my voice is like a sexy Minnie Mouse. I kind of think that's nice, right? Sexy Minnie Mouse? I mean, not just Minnie Mouse, because that wouldn't be so good, but sexy Minnie Mouse. And there's this procedure that would stretch out my vocal cords, but it's supposed to be really painful, and well, my insurance doesn't cover it. My insurance says that it's an elective surgery, so I think I'm just gonna have to stick with how it is right now. And I also think that must be really strange. Maybe it'd be like, it wouldn't be my voice anymore, because I've known this voice my whole life. And so maybe I wouldn't even recognize my own voice, and I think that would be very strange. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to talk to my boss tomorrow, because I just don't think it's fair. I'm a really good worker and I'm really smart. Maybe Marcus can help me go over a good argument with him. I'll have to call him and ask. Wish me luck!